Hey there, I'm Alessio from Violentor, Italy, and here I'm Tampa Morgue.
We challenge and we won. We have to wait this our own way, just like we always done. People try to tell us why we'll never be on top. I'm telling you, the sound is true. We're never going to stop. We play too fast. We play too speed. You almost done it done before. Every time we blame it first, you're coming back for more. It's loud, it's just too loud for you. It's loud, it's just too loud for you. You might find we're not your kind, but if you don't, let metal sound. Get your ass outside now. We play too fast. We play too speed. You haven't done it all before. But every time we play it first, they call me back for more. It's just too loud for you. It's loud. It's just too loud for you.
What's up? This is Tony, and you're listening to the Tampa Morgue Season 2, Episode 102. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host from his studio deep in Tampa Bay, Florida, Mr. Ed Webb. What's up, Webb?
Mr. Anderson, what's going on, brother?
Episode 102, that's what's going on, man. Besides that, the summer is winding down. For me, this is the last month of decent weather, and then expecting some cold. But, how's everything over there in the Tampa area?
It's awesome. Welcome to hell. That's pretty much how it is.
How hot is it today?
Flaming Inferno. I don't even know. I was outside for about 20 minutes, and that was one shirt ruined for the day. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I watched this guy we were talking about earlier. He does these memes about Florida. And he was doing one I saw yesterday where he walked outside and he was like, oh, it's 8 a.m. And then this dude pops up in a red, like, ninja outfit, but he's called Evil Humidity. And he's like doing like the Jedi thing on him. And you can see he starts perspiring immediately. And within like a minute, he's soaked. And I was laughing because I'm like, that's Florida. That's 100% Florida. Because there's a lady like, I don't understand how do you do this? It's like, we've been here forever. This is just what we do. We've learned how to navigate hell. We've learned.
I think we mentioned it on the last episode that Tampa is or Florida in general is the place where you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, like you said, and by the time you get to your vehicle,
It's
on the
so you're
way to
soaked.
work, you're soaked already. So,
Well, and it's crazy because we're in mid Florida. Imagine being in South South Florida, like Miami, where the further down you go to the equator, the hotter it gets. I mean, I man, I thought this was hell. Man, I want to move like more North Florida. Like, plus it's probably nicer. But man, I'm just like, this is too much. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to deal with snow, but this sucks. I mean, honestly, it just fucking sucks.
yeah, I see the temperatures is pretty brutal, and even the European temperatures have been high in some places. Like I know UK was really high and stuff, and and obviously now they're wrapping up all the festivals, right? We saw Brutal Assault, Hellfest, Vok, all the festivals are kind of coming to an end now. And Ed, what if, I know with Monstrosity and Massacre, you did some festivals. What was your favorite festival to play, and what's one that you haven't played that you would like to play?
Vakken is probably the best just because of the experience. I know we've talked about, the piss puddles and the rain and all that stuff that the fans have to deal with because we don't generally have to navigate that stuff. But um, just the experience and the sheer volume of people was, that was probably one of the bigger ones. I mean, of course, you got Maryland Death Fest. I've been able to do that twice, and that's been awesome both times. Um, in the 90s, I did Milwaukee, which of course was like iconic because doing it with the original Venom and Merciful Fate another year, so like it's really hard. But for just, I guess, legendary, it would be Vakken. But of course, I want to play Hellfest and Brutal Assault and all those festivals in Europe. Every one of them are just huge. So once you get on, I assume the way it seems when you get put on the run, you hit them all. So I'm hoping next year, the record's supposed to be coming out early next year. So that's what I heard. It's done. It's finished. Will be coming out. I don't have a date, but it will be the beginning of next year. So hopefully that's when all the touring starts and maybe I'll be doing this show from the road.
Yeah, and like you said, it usually is a run, right? Because we saw, Malevolent Creation just did a bunch of festivals. I just saw, Slaughter
Obituary too.
Messiah played, yeah, Obituary's been playing everything. I saw, Slaughter Messiah played Alcatraz. So yeah, I'll actually be going to the first time, Steel Fest, this next one. That's I wanted to go last year, it didn't work out, but this will be the first one I'm gonna go to. The lineup looks killer, so I'm excited about that. I've actually never been to Finland before, so it'll be a first. We opened up the show with Violentor-Too Loud from the self-titled record that came out on EBM Music in 2011, and we'll be joined with Alessio tonight, the vocalist and guitar player for the band. He was also in Hobbs Angel of Death. He also played with the Mentors. Ed, we played with him in 2016 at Swarmfest when he was with Hobbs Angel of Death. Also on that bill was Incantation, Hell Witch, Diabolic, Solstice, Guardy Lou. But we actually played with him then. I actually ran into him in June, I want to say it was, when he was, I think he was tour managing for Anal Vomit when they came through and played Lemmy's over in Kaunas, Lithuania. Talked to him then. We switched contacts. Told him when they got done with the tour, come on the show. So he'll be joining us tonight in about 15 minutes. But yeah, so Ed, yeah, like I said, we played with him then. Obviously Peter Hobbs passed away in 2019 at 58 years old, which is way too young. But a small world, as we always say. So he'll be joining us very soon. Next week's guest is Infernal from Disaster and Moon Towers. We had a little scheduling, actually, Disaster was supposed to be this week, but it's going to be next week. So that's just the way it's going to work out. So, and we also have Sergeant Souston from Norway's Death Hammer coming on the week after that. So a lot of shit going on here on the Tampa Morgue. And Ed, before we got a lot of stuff to get to tonight, I say let's run. So we're going to run a promo for Dave Allison for the Tampa Bay Museum of Metal, which you were actually at last year.
I was both days. I went there the Friday night to hand him off some silliness, that he wanted to promote for me, which is silly. But it was amazing to see where they were at like 8 o'clock at night. They had very little set up. And I believe the doors were at 4:00 Saturday. So this would have been Friday night. And I could not believe how much they got done, because I was like, man, I don't want to be you. I told them, I said, I would not want to be you trying to get this set up, because they were cutting wood and doing all kinds of crap. And I was like, man, this looks like a nightmare. But man, it was great, man. Everything was killer. Lots of cool people. Steve Swanson was there. Saw a lot of who's who with Paul Mazurkowitz, and Sam Molina was there. Just a bunch of everybody who's everybody. Was running in and out. Mike Browning. The next day, Sunday, I took my wife, because she was just like, oh, I would have went. I'm like, well, it's open. She's like, oh, let's go. I was actually amazed, but she was kind of blown away, because she saw the little wall of old school 90s flyers, late 80s, early 90s. And it was amazing to me how many shows on that wall that I went to. You don't realize how many shows you actually see until like it's in front of you. And like, I know people keep old school tickets from like the big shows, but Brass Mug, Sunset Club, Volley Club. I mean, it just all the places in Florida, Tampa especially, that I went to was crazy. I thought it was amazing how huge our scene really was when you look back on it, because it didn't seem like it, but man, we had a lot of killer shows rolling through Tampa in the early death metal days, for sure.
And the area left a mark. It's a historic scene, as we always talk about on this show. As we talked about with Terry Butler when we had him on, there was so much Tampa Bay history there. I mean, it runs deep. So it's taking place in February, I believe. But we're going to run the promo ad with Dave Allison right now. We'll do that. And what we could do too, Ed, is I'll do the musicians who passed away, and we'll do the releases, and then we'll get Alessio on here. And then we'll go from there. What do you think?
Works for me.
Cool. This is the promo for the Tampa Bay Museum of Metal. And then we'll go over the releases, musicians who passed away, and then we'll get our guest on. Here's the promo with Dave Allison.
What's up, Tampa Morgue listeners? This is Death Metal Dave from the Tampa Bay Museum of Metal. And I'd like to ask you to join us on February the 7th at Magnanimous Brewery, Seminole Heights, where we're going to have a killer display of Florida metal history. Backdrops, guitars, drums, clothing, you name it, we're going to have it. And it's pretty freaking cool, man. Come out and support the metal and drink our Tampa Bay Museum of Metal beer. And always listen to Tampa Morgue with Tony and Ed. It's Death Metal Dave. In your face.
That was Dave Allison, also known in the Tampa Bay area as Death Metal Dave, talking about the Tampa Bay Museum of Metal. For more info, visit www.tampabaymuseumofmetal.com. And we are looking forward to that exhibit. Anybody who's listened to the show before, just hang in there for a minute. But the Tampa Morgue, you can check us out anywhere that streaming is found. We're pretty much Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We've been doing this for a while now. This is episode 102 tonight. And first of all, the best place to keep up with the show is on Instagram. That's where we pretty much update all the guests. We also do it on Facebook. We just don't put much on Facebook, or we just don't have much activity on Facebook. We don't buy ads and stuff. But Instagram is probably the best place. You can always contact us at thetampamorgue@gmail.com. And you can go back and listen to a shitload of old episodes. Too many to mention. I'll just mention a few. Dawn of the Dead from Nunslaughter we had on there. King Fowley from Deceased, October 31. Morbid Saint, Terry Butler from Obituary, Death, Massacre. That was like 2 weeks ago. Great interview. Gene from Perdition Temple, Angel Corpse. Chris Reifer from Autopsy, Eat My Fuck, Violation Wound, The Abscess. We had Jeff Manis from Venom on here, which was basically a 5-hour interview. But if you're a Venom fan, definitely a must listen. Pat from Hell Witch. We had Necro-Butcher from Archangel on here out of Finland. Lord Sabathan from Enthroned, Slaughter Messiah, Morbid Death. He was on here a few weeks ago. Also, we had John Berry on a couple months before that, who also is with Slaughter Messiah, Ancient Rites, and Nocturnal. We spoke to him. Harry Quokinen from Hooded Menace, Hail Conjurer. We had Morgul from Finland. We had John from Raven on the show. Vincent Crowley from Acheron. David Howard Thornton, who played Art the Clown. Yeah, so, Brodequin. We've had a bunch of bands on here. There's a bunch of old episodes you can go listen to, and we always appreciate anybody who listens to us. I've been seeing some reviews lately. We definitely really appreciate that. Very cool. And what I'm going to mention now is we're going to mention the musicians who passed away. We always like to pay respect to them, so I'm going to mention them really fast, and then we're going to move on to release it. First, we're going to start out. We're going to mention Jill from Funerist out of Pennsylvania. Saw a lot of people talking about this yesterday. She passed away at the age of 54. Anybody who hasn't heard Festering Earth from 2003, it's a fucking killer record. But yes, I wanted to mention her. Mika Varis, 51 years old, Swedish drummer, bassist, guitar player. Some of the bands that he was involved with was Ajatis, Beneath Slumber, Chronic Torment, Eternal Mind, Immortal Terror, Rotting Flesh. 51 years old. Craig Gross, an American vocalist for 86, Lupara, and Pray for All. And then Robert Robinson, American guitar player, played with the Wild Dogs out of Portland. Dr. Mastermind also was involved with the Matt McCourt Band. That's the musicians who we lost either last week or this week, so we always like to mention them. So now I'm going to do the releases. Then we'll get to shows, me and Ed, and then we'll get to our guest. So first release I'm going to start out with here is going to be Larvae out of Chile, a death metal band. Anatomy of Chaos. It's an independent release. Larvae formed in 2009. Their first release was their 2020 demo that contained 2 songs. It was titled Raw Pieces. Anatomy of Chaos has 8 tracks and is their first release since the demo. Members past and present of Sadistic, Church of Flies, Nemesis, and Dementia. Anatomy of Chaos comes out on August 9th. Haunt, the name of the record is Ignite. The band is out of California. They're a heavy metal band. Label is Church Recordings out of Fresno, California. Haunt formed in 2017. First release was a EP in 2017. Ignite will be the band's 11th full length. They also released 3 EPs, including the one we mentioned earlier. They also have 2 splits and 2 comps out. Ignite will be out on August 13th. Unleashed, Swedish death metal masters, great band. Just saw them 2 years ago with Destroyer 666. Fire Upon Your Lands is the name of the record, comes out on Napalm Records. Formed in 89, first release was the Utter Dark demo. This is a follow-up to the 2021's No Sign of Life album and will be the band's 15th full length. Fire Upon Your Lands comes out on Napalm Records August 15th. Grand Cadaver out of Sweden, the Rot Beneath EP, or death metal band. Majestic Mountain Records out of Sweden is where it's coming out on. And Cadaver formed in 2020. First release, besides 2 singles in 2020, was the Madness Comes EP in 2021. The Rot Beneath EP has 4 tracks. Features members past and present of Dark Tranquility, Catatonia, Mr. Death, Hammerfall, and The Hollow Effect. The Rot Beneath EP is available August 15th. Castrator, death metal band out of New York. Coronation of the Grotesque comes out on Dark Descent Records out of Colorado Springs. Castrator formed in 2013. First release was the No Victim demo in 2014, which had 2 songs on it. This will be the follow-up to the band's 2020 record, Defiled in Oblivion. Also includes Tampa's very own Robert Mason on bass. Robin from Gruesome, Thrash Attack, Durketa, the list goes on. Coronation of the Grotesque is out August 15th on Dark Descent Records. Just a few more here. Necro Cult Desecration, a black thrash metal band out of Venezuela. Purification in the Witchcraft Flames is the name of it. Destructor Records out of Peru. Necro Cult Desecration formed in 2013. First release was a full length in 2016. They have released an EP in 2023 also. A split with Thy Dominion out of Uruguay and Vulva Cult out of Argentina in 2023, and a split with Blasphemaniac out of Brazil in 2024. This one has 10 tracks, is available August 15th on Destructor Records. Reaper's Revenge, a German metal band. Fire Force Devil is the name of the EP. It's self-released. Reaper's Revenge was formed in 2013. First release was a 2014 full-length titled Wall of Fear and Darkness. This will be the band's first EP, fourth release. They have 3 full-lengths prior. This one will have 3 tracks and be available August 15th. Morbid Execution, a Polish black metal band. I don't even know if this band's actually still together, but there is a comp coming out. Vulgar Devotion is the name of the comp on Old Temple Records out of Poland. Morbid Execution formed in 2002. First release was the band's 2002 Necro Torment demo. They have also released 2 EPs, 4 splits, 1 full length. Last full length, I should say, came out in 2014. Vulgar Devotion has 26 tracks, some of it being rehearsal, some of it being unreleased tracks, and it's available August 16th. And that's the releases I have. And Ed, let's talk about some shows. I only have a few. I don't know what you have. I have because we're going to be on next week, and there's going to be more shows. And really, September is when it really gets busy. You have I was looking. September has X-Hoarder, Wretched, Bruce Dickinson, Dream Theater, Crypta. 6 Feet Under, the list goes on. But the shows I do have that I will mention is August 16th at the Conduit, Gravesend, Primitive Warfare, Ara Subversa, Ejecutator, which we had Alvar on the show on episode 26, and Chasmo Meyer. That is at the Conduits, $20 at the door, 7 p.m., 18 and up. August 17th at the Conduit, Joey Belladonna's tribute to Dio, Sabbath, and Rainbow. Also playing is American Party Machine. That's $25, $33 with fees. Doors at 7, 18 and up. And that's what I have. I don't know if you have anything in the show department.
Just the one I think we've already talked about in September 16th, the Dark Angel, Sacred Reich, Hyrax, and Void at the Orpheum. It is, we're going to probably announce this a million times when we get closer, but that's probably one of the bigger shows coming. So that's what I've seen. The Extinction Level event, North American tour. Plus, I like Sacred Reich, so that'll be a good show, man. Dark Angel, old school Dark Angel. I think they're doing the Darkness Descends album. I know that's what they're doing in Europe right now. So I'm wondering if they're going to continue that here, but it should be a good show. Hyrax, I haven't seen Hyrax, man. I probably saw them on a Metal Fest. I don't think I've ever seen them just at a regular show, so it should be killer.
Yeah, I know Dark Angel's one of your favorite bands, actually. So, I'm sure you'll be at that one.
Yeah, I will. That'll be one that I have no problem paying to go see. Last time I saw Sacred Reich was with Carcass, and Sam Molina was the hookup man. He had 2 tickets, and his his girlfriend was sick, and he didn't want to go without her, so he gave me the tickets because they were sold out. So, getting to see Carcass at the Orpheum, and then Sacred Reich and Municipal Waste played. It was a good show. It was pretty killer.
Yeah, and I should mention, we have Eric Ron is on the show sometimes. I know Tampa Bay Death Fest 2025 is taking place. It's September 5th and 6th, $25 each day at the door, $20 in advance. Some of the bands I saw that were playing there was Deceptor out of North Carolina, Corrupted Saint, Fathom, Dead Center, Burned at the Stake. Let me see who else here. Pontifax, MRSA, Repulsive Vision, Burning Rose from Puerto Rico, Grave Huffer, Freshly Carved Face. So yeah, that's taking place on September 5th and 6th at the Brass Mug in Tampa, Florida. And we'll talk more about that as it gets closer. Ed, unless you have anything else, I say we get Alessio on here.
Let's do it.
Cool, man. Yes, great band too, man. So I'm excited to have him on. He has his hands in a lot of things, also owns a company who basically books tours, manages tours, a whole 9 yards. So we'll talk to him all about that. And right before we get him on, we're going to play Violentor, The Return of the Assassins, that came out on the Burn in Metal record in 2024 on Folter Records out of Germany. We'll play this, and we'll be back on the Tampa Morgue with Alessio after this track. banter with the return of the Assassins from the Burn in Metal record from 2024 that came out on Folter Records out of Germany, and we are joined by Alessio. How you doing, man?
Hi there, all good. How are you? Thank you for asking me to be part of this podcast.
No problem, dude. We just appreciate you having you on, man. And you're on tour right now with the band One Day Riot, correct?
Yes, I am on tour with a punk rock band from Italy. Actually, we are in Cologne, in Germany. Everything good. It's hot as hell also in Germany. Here is a lot of concert in this city.
What are you guys doing? They're doing 10 dates?
Yes, this is a short tour, just 10 days. Then I go holiday for a couple of weeks, finally, almost at the end of the season.
And I actually ran into you at the Anal Vomit concert over in Lithuania, in Kaunas, actually, at Club Lemmy's.
Yes, was great night, and yes, I'm a tour manager of Anal Vomit since almost 10 years, I think. They came with me here from the beginning, from the first tour. Yes, actually also the guys are on my lineup with Violentor, so we are team for metal, for for spread our music around and contrabando metalero with the records and stuff.
You're born in Lucca, Italy?
Yes, my city is Lucca in Italia, beautiful city in Toscana, uh, nearby Florence. And we were born 30 kilometers in countryside, almost mountains, no, in a very cold area. And me and Rika, actual the original member of Violentor in lineup, uh, we were the only two metalheads in a big area with 40,000 people. I think only few rockers, and me and Rika, we were the only metalhead extreme, thrasher, thrasher. Yes, when we were kids, we have two bands, one black metal and one thrash, technical thrash, X-Lex Inferi, Adrenocromo. It was the start of everything. With my friends, start to play metal, uh, dreaming. That's the right word to use it because now it's 20 years and we make a lot of things. A lot of things happen in these 20 years.
Going back to your childhood, do you remember, like, the first band or first
Yeah,
piece
but
of music that caught your
first
attention?
music I listen Italian rock music, progressive stuff like New Trolls, because my mother and father they have a small collection of this gem. So I listen very good music. So my background is very good. And then at the year of 10 years old, I discovered Iron Maiden. That was 90s because born in 80s. So I discovered Iron Maiden 10 years later, more, and it was great. I sold my soul.
Well, do you remember the first record you actually
Yes,
purchased?
yeah. Purgatory of Iron Maiden. It was like a single in vinyl with the red devil in front, with Purgatory. So I put my headphone at 10 years old, and the Purgatory song started, and you know the song. So I was completely horrified and terrorized, but fascinating, and say, what the fuck, this is my music.
Did
I
you have
never
a lot of
stopped from
record
there.
stores?
We didn't have a close store, but almost 1 hour from home was a big store. Everybody, rockers and metalheads of my area went there to buy records. And I asked my mother, I want to buy a record. I wanted to buy an AC/DC. But when I step in the shop, I saw many records, and I saw Wasp. I saw Blackie Lawless was a single, in a bath of blood. And beside was I don't mind, and with this devil looking at me. So I was completely hypnotized by the devil, and I took this one. Fuck Blackie Lawless. I'm a fan. I listen later.
And what was the first concert? The first concert you ever attended?
Yeah, my first concert I was 18 years old because my father don't give permission not to go at the concert alone under 18, underage. So when I was 18, I was major age. Uh, he always say, when you are major age, you do what I want. When you are underage, I command. That was the education we had. And yes, my first show was Gods of Metal of 99 with Black Sabbath, Pantera, and some other Sabbath. It was the year of the Black Sabbath reunion. So it was crazy because, uh, of course, Black Sabbath headliner, and before headliner, it was in Milano, North Italy, on the you see the Alps, no, in the horizon, and it was a start a storm, and then Black Sabbath start, no, with Black Sabbath, and I never listened them before. They did. There was no internet at that time, and
Oh,
we don't really share too much music because my friend was only not metalhead. So
how was your local scene?
yes, it was good, our local scene, because in Italy we have always some bands also from 80s, no? Sabotage, Strana Officina, Dark Water, Death SS, Necrodeath, Bulldozer, so Mortuary Drape. We have a lot of bands, Opera Nove, no, Schizo. So we have already a lot of bands, but they were big name, no, and no underground. Underground became later. Underground became like with us, our era, no, in the end of 90s, 2000 start the movement of revival, and everybody have band,
When
keep
did
the
you first
flame
pick
alive.
up a instrument?
My first it was guitar. Yes, guitar. Then I changed bass because with Adrenocromo we didn't find the bass, so I started to sing and play bass. And then when we decide to found Violentor, I take the guitars and vocals definitely, and I never stop. Because I did always this. I play bass only with Hobbs Angel of Death at that time.
And your first band was Adrenocromo.
Yes, Adrenocromo was my first band, dystopia band. Just the name, and it was fun because we were very young and uh, only Slayer and Dark Angel worshipping in this kind of band. So we have some. We did also too much now for our technical possibility. Then I step
You got
down with Violentor. No, we make this. What I doing? I can do this.
Adrenocromo. You guys put out what, a demo in 2003, and
Yes,
then
we
you
have
guys put
a
out a demo in 2004. The hand that pulls the switch of death.
yes. That also the ridiculous title for and very very lo-fi design. But I think it's not available also on YouTube because I never upload this, and I think uh, I don't have with me. No, I lost this because it was not really important. Okay, we were very young and a lot of dream to play because of our no heroes of metal, but we didn't do in the right way. We started to do in the right way with Violentor. In 2004, I formed Violentor. Then we were like hold on a bit, only myself. Then in 2006, we started to rehearsal. In 2011, we released the album. 2012, and then the other album till the last album, Burn in Metal.
Now, did you play any shows with your first band?
Yes, I play shows live. I play one show with Sabotage, the Italian heavy metal band. For, for who knows the story of the band, this was the first band play heavy metal in Italy. Legend. Oh, so for me, I'm very proud of it. Just a one gig because we were friends. They need a bass player, and I play one. show. Then I play with Sacrilegious Right from Germany. I play bass for one tour, just a session, and then I play with Mentors. You know Mentors.
Yeah, yeah,
the,
yeah. We're
the,
gonna
the,
talk about that too.
the last tour I was the singer because 12 just it was very fun, and I thank you, Dr. Ethan Scam, for this legendary mm, things experience I had with Mentors. Yeah, I was also the tour manager. No, here in Europe, I managed a lot of shows because last tour in 2023 they play 60 shows in Europe. Crazy, Doctor Ethan Scam. And yes, there were 60 shows. Yes, the most crazy people
Yeah.
place ever.
You also had a band in 2005, Satan Soldiers.
Satan Soldiers actually is a Metallum, you know, things because we were not in this lineup. So we joined Satan Soldiers, but we changed in Lex Inferi because it was a different concept. No, before Satan Soldier was a one guy, and when we joined lineup, we changed directors. We don't play any shows. We don't have any record. Also, this band is nothing. No.
And you mentioned 2009, so you and one of your best friends, right? Ricardo Orsi,
Yeah,
who played the
yes. Ricardo also played in Lex Inferi, not in Adrenocromo, uh, but he has another band, Devastator, from Lucca. So at the end, at the start of 2000, it was like lot of bands born, uh, metal scene, underground metal scene coming in Italy, and a lot of new bands. My generation, no, the guys from 90s, and then we start the bands in 2000. Uh,
Violentor, your first drummer was so you guys, when you've put this together, the first lineup is Ricardo, you, Alessandro on drums.
yeah, Rashid, he was also the drummer of Adrenocromo. And and then what happened? At some point in 2013, we joined X-Hobbs Angel of Death. And it was a great feeling, great friendship with me. And just to help him to continue his dream in metal because we never work, no, just play with him and go around to make party. But for me, it was very important. I gave everything to Peter because when I met Peter, I start 100% to work to make a professional job like I'm doing now. So it's now from 2013, it's almost 12 years I do as a professional work. Uh, Before I do like promoter in local and okay organize my tours with Violentor and uh, some other parties. No, we organize parties.
Yeah, I told Ed, me and you talked about this, Alessio, at, in Lithuania, we were talking. Me and Ed actually played with you, at that festival in Tampa, Florida with Hobbs
Yeah,
Angel of Death, so we'll talk about that too. I do wanna, with Violentor, when you guys first start that band, so I'd read an interview with you that the name just came easy, no one really came up with it, you guys just needed a name that was violent.
yeah, yes. The name just I want to make. We were in the rehearsal room, no, of Devastator, and Rika was there because he plays in Devastator. And I say, hey, it's time to make this dirty band ever, no? And I want to call them Violentor, and it was funny because it came out like this. Well, just uh, the first thing coming up and everybody starts to log joking on the name and I say this is the name pure total coming from the instinct it was funny.
You guys also had a female guitar player, Elisabetta.
Yeah, Elisabetta played in the first record with us.
And what was the first Violentor song written?
The first song, it was We Ate All.
And where are you guys rehearsing at early on?
Yeah, when we were young, at the start, we rehearsed a lot. But we make always a lot of kilometers because living always in different city. No, we live just on the mountains, Alessandro in the city. So all the time moved, no, after job, go to rehearsal and play because we learn in rehearsal room and we learn live because to be honest, I never play too much at home because no time, always work. And after work, go to the rehearsal room and we can play gigs. And then we start tours. And then I start the business with other bands, help other bands to booking, driving, factotum, like an album, it's like other bands. Yes.
How long does it take you guys to get the material together for the first record you guys do, the 2011 debut?
Yeah, yes, we spent some time, but we were not so active at the time. Also, no space to play, just few events for metal. There were not venues. Nowadays there are a lot of small venues and bars in Europe. We can play 7 days on 7, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. At that time there were not so much venues. The venues they were very selective. A lot of cover bands. So we fight also local because we did shit on cover bands and stuff because we want the space. Fuck off cover band, you are losers. We have original metal music, we are danger, and we come for metal. No, then we everything born is not my. This is my personal uh, way. We did. And also everybody did with their bands in their other city everywhere because fuck, now we can play. I told you, 7 days on 7 with Europe.
And where do you guys record that first record at?
At the time in the rehearsal room in Lucca. We always recorded live. Then add the one guitar, 2 guitars, depends. No, but like drum, bass, and guitar, one take recording, and it's good. I love it. All the Violentor records are recording live, with not too much technology, just pure sound. Like everybody doing. I don't know. There's some bands need the studio. We need only a rehearsal room for our music.
And how do you guys hook up with EBM Records out of Mexico?
Yes, the first 2 records was released by EBM. It was nice promotion. There were a lot of new bands, new wave of thrash metal. Equal. I never met this guy in person. I was in touch also for the South America tour of 2013 when we played Mexico, but I don't know, different business and long time not in touch.
We're going to play a track from the first record right now. We're going to play My Stomach Strong and Fit from the first, the 2011 debut, the self-titled record. We'll be back with Alessio after this track from Violentor.
My head explosion and my breath smell like fish. When I'm in chain, drink so much whiskey or beer, but the sooner that you find us here, the smoking baggy battle all the time. Good time never start with wine. But you my whiskey we was born upon the meat. Need to keep my stomach strong and fit. Need to keep my stomach strong and fit.
And that was Violentor with My Stomach Strong and Fit. So, and you guys go through some member changes early on, right? You guys change out Elisabetta leaves the band, and you guys replace her with Ida.
Yes, the lineup changes after the second record. We changed the drummer, and Iago joined us and we recorded 3 records with Iago. We recorded, no, sorry, we recorded 2 records, Maniacs and Putrid Stench. And Iago also joined me with X-Hobbs Angel of Death. Iago was the drummer of Hobbs. That's why also we changed the drummer, because Violentor lineup was supposed to play with Hobbs. We play with Hobbs at the end, no? 2 guitars, because at the time we have also second guitar with Damiano. We joined me at bass, Damiano guitar, and Alessandro joined Hobbs, but he couldn't do the job. And Jonathan Potenti, Darvaza, Filis Inverta, Chaos Invocation, other band, he has joined us for this tour. After this tour, Iago joined us, and Iago joined in lineup with Hobbs. We stay 5 years, and we recorded the last album of Hobbs before he died. So yes,
Yeah.
Iago joined for almost 10 years with us.
And when was the first actual official Violentor show?
Yeah, our show was in 2011. We play in a squat in nearby Florence to release the first album. That was our first show. When we had released the album, we play our first gig.
When you first start, right? You guys never have the idea of becoming a big band. You guys just pretty much want to
No,
play
because
shows.
because no one teach the job to us. There was not like experienced people like now. No, now the band do fast. If they want to grow, want to go play on tour, the people take care like me. Of the tour, or the driving, logistic, and everything. And at that time, we play, and we knew this, that we have to do records before exit. When we have a records and material, we can go outside to play. And we start in 2011. No, there was already many bands, played on tours, because all the 90s, a lot of bands came to Italy, but not many Italian bands. So
2011, you guys played Denmark. 2012, you guys played Romanian thrash metal fest.
Yes.
You guys are doing shows with Obsessor, Turbocharged. And how? So you mentioned obviously Hobbs Angel of Death. So how did you first meet Peter? Because I know 2013 you toured with them, did a Euro tour.
Yes, we play only one show in Germany. I asked Peter, "Can we join?" No, and Peter said yes. I speak with the promoter, and also we were also not really welcome by the Germans because they say they are recommended by Peter Hobbs, but we drive to Italy for nothing because the promoter say if you want to play, you play for free. And I say, okay, I want to go to see Peter in Hamburg. I want to travel. We go there because we never really care about money. Yes, we have the money, we have the job. So we put the gasoline, take the car, and we went to Hamburg for play one gig. And after the show, Peter was very happy because it was a sold out show. He went to us and say, "Hey, Alessio, keep this money for return home." So Peter, from his own pocket, give me money. And that I say, what a fuck big art this man have, no? That the Germans they give him nothing, you know. And also they make some shitty words, no. We are recommend the band, no. Okay, but then we show them also that we are a good band, no. I
Y-
remember some guys ask us, but you came only for one show till to Hamburg by car. Yes, what's the problem? You crazy? Yes, we are. And that's I think we don't have to demonstrate anything more because after this we make many.
Well, 2013, you did the Euro tour with Hobbs Angel of Death.
Yes, we play only one show, and then I organize three shows for Peter in Italia. So when he finished the tour, he went to Italy, played three shows, and then yes, we speak. We say, okay, we join the lineup. We follow you when you come here in Europe, and that's it. We stay 5 years with him. We play in USA. We play three times in Europe, and we release the last album of Peter. This is it was before we joined the lineup. At that time, they have the Aussie lineup, Australian guys. When they play with Slayer, too bad we joined later, but I cannot complain.
And what was your first thoughts of the States when you went there?
The first in New York, we play at the St. Vitus bar with Mortician and Solstice from
Oh yeah, Solstice from Miami.
Miami, Florida. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Lapsus. I forgot for a bit because then we thought it was great friendship.
And what was your
Also,
thoughts of the States when you went there?
yes, we play like 2 months show. Was a great tour, and it was very good. I mean, very good experience for me. That the year after I try with Violentor, and we organize all the shows. We have a really long tour, but we didn't have the visa. And when we arrive at the airport, the police stop us, kick out, one night in jail, and return home the day after, so we can sell all the tour and also the Hobbs tour because it was the second year. The first time we were okay with the documents and stuff. The second time, Violentor, very small band, so we didn't have the document enough to enter in America. I try to explain we are no profit. We come here to spend all our money, but it's not like Europe. No, in Europe you can do it like this. In America, it's pretty difficult at the moment.
Now, were you with Hobbs? Were you with Hobbs Angel of Death when he had gear stolen in Sweden?
Yes, we have some bad episode. It's not the first time, but sometimes shit happens. Yes, we have some guitar stolen, and it was like 2 gigs before end of the tour. But at the end, we finished the tour, of course. Now also without the gears, but uh, the the other bands, super bands, they borrow the instruments of a play. It was a good
And
experience. Also,
So basically, what you couldn't get anybody to book Violentor at first, so you basically formed your own company, which you guys do like
Yes,
distro booking.
service for the band. No, that can go from consultancy and promotion, but the main things is organize a show, booking the venues, find the space from this for everyone. No, that wanna go on tour, wanna learn the job, uh, and growing the name of the band. So we do booking, organization, driving, like now backliner and everything. No, the band need to go on tour, and I take care of very small bands, underground bands. No, we just few release, wanna growing, and also I have some bigger band like Analbomit, Diocletian, and sometimes I work with with Goblin, Claudio Simonetti. They are huge in America, you know. Uh, so yes, when bands need some, no, oh Alessio, I need some driver. Oh Alessio, I need some gigs. Uh, we try to do our best, but we were good before the COVID. We were a very good team. Now at the moment I'm alone because with the COVID everybody changed the job and a lot of venues closed. COVID was a big fuck for us. I cancel over 300 shows. It's not uh, are not only numbers, are real numbers because we move a lot of concerts. No, I right now this year I think I do over 200 shows and do 200 shows not play with my band. I play 50 shows with Violentor, and then I do 200 show. Other band play, no, organize, booking, talking, and almost driving. Like an Albumit, it was 50 days, 40 shows. So we do very big tours here in Europe.
Yeah, how is that? Like, I know, you're dealing with bands, right? As a tour manager and stuff. I mean, is that do you get along with all the bands, or is there ever a time you're just like, man, I can't handle this shit?
Man, I have also a problem like all the companies, no, it's like a regular job, no, some good customer and shitty customer. And sometimes we have to deal, of course, with them. Sometimes make crazy things. This job is
Definitely.
crazy too. So it's a road. We are on the road. So sometimes you cannot escape from the law of the road.
And you personally, like, do you pretty much live on the road? Because you're pretty much always touring, right? I think you're going back out with Anal Vomit next year, South America.
Yeah, next year, now we are planning our next Violentor South America tour. We go there for the third year consecutive. I told you last year we played 35 shows, so I hope this year to play almost 40. And yes, what we have a good team in South America, and if we play a lot of shows, we meet a lot of people. It is what we like and how we survive because it's our main job at this point. After 20 years, I can say this. And so we have to play much as possible. No, we cannot stay home too much. I mean, I can stay also at home, working at home, but I want to play. I want to stay on the roads till I can. No, with my age, with my old age.
Violentor's your band, right? I mean, you've obviously, you're the only original guy left. For what, Ricardo left the 2025, right after 16 years. I know you guys now. You have the guys from Anal Vomit in the band,
Yes, Anabomid guys
Joe and Roy.
now are like my live shows lineup, but I have two lineup right now. So Ricardo is a member because we are no doing things like records, ideas, enjoy. I want Ricardo join again because we are bored together, literally, like brothers, because we start to listen metal when we were 9, 10 years old. He left for a period, pre-COVID, when Peter died, 2019, to be correct. In 2019, Iago and Ricardo left Violentor, and I changed lineup. Mikal from Black Silesia, Burnish Courier, Adrian joined. Uh, And bass player Gigi from the Chasm, other band Gigi Corinto, and so this was the manifesto di Odio era, COVID era. No, the whole lineup left, and I pick up musicians, and we recorded Manifesto di Odio, the one I sing in Italian. No, you know.
Oh yeah, with you had Rock do the artwork on that, on the last 2 records you guys did actually.
Yes, and then Burning Metal also Michal with us. Now he cannot continue with us because of the job, and no, he is musician too, and promoters organizing in Poland, no, Black Silesia Festival, no, great Polish gem, you know, of underground. And yes, now I have the drummer of Analvomit and Roy. Roy is already 3 years that play live with me. Noiser, guitar of Analvomit. So basically now Analvomit Violentor, we are 4 members, 2 band.
Yeah, and I wanna talk about the Hobbs Angel of Death record you did. You guys did you were part of the Heaven Bled record, right, from
Yes,
2016? That came out on Hell's Headbangers?
yes, as a bigger record.
So for you, like, I know you were a big fan of Hobbs, for Peter and stuff. How was that to be on a record with him for you?
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was a dream. I literally was total worship Hobbs. No, one of my best friends ever. Uh, Rest in peace, my friend. Uh, really big art man, really metal man, total dedication and great attitude. I gave him everything because with him I start my life. I cut off the old life, with normal regular job, and and I start to do only music. And yes, I know Peter Hobbs when I was kids, like 14 years old. The album I have a tape, recorded tape, used in my car. No, in my car, in my father's car. No, he has a tape record, tape hi-fi, and never images. Uh, it's the things that make me really proud of this. To be part also of the last album of Hobbs, fucking killer album. That I can say, we wrote any note. Peter wrote everything. So if Peter was fucking great composition.
And did you play the last show with Peter, which was what?
No,
He
no,
played in
Peter
South Wales?
play in Japan with another other guys from Australia. And I think he came one time in America. It was very bad condition already because the doctor forbidden to him to fly there. And we didn't have too much money at that time to buy our flight and join him. And he played, I think, one show in Tampa, man, with the American lineup, no, with some people from other bands from Tampa. But the last show of Hobbs, he returned to Tampa, and I don't know if he played really because he was so bad condition. Then he returned to home, and 2 weeks later he died because the heart was totally compromised.
Do you remember the last time you talked to Peter?
Yeah, it was probably 3 days before he died, and because we speak almost every day, in the last period, little less because he was very sick. And but yes, he always
Uh,
write to me, "How are you? How is your family? How your girlfriend? Everything." Who knows Peter knows because he has a lot of friends and speak with everybody. Very good human.
I'm gonna play a track from that record you did with him, Final Feast.
Actually, Final Feast is a re-release song from the second album of Hobbs, just arranged also different, but this was also in the album.
I'm gonna play Final Feast from Heaven Bled, and we'll be back with Alessio. That was Hobbs Angel of Death with Final Feast off the Heaven Bled record. And, Violentor, you guys also did, what was it, 2016? You guys were also part of that tribute for, the Possessed tribute, right? 7 Burning Churches?
Yes, we recorded one cover for Possessed, Born in Hell, I think. Yes, Born in Hell. It was nice. Different arrangement than the original. Totally different. It's like more punk style, both punkish.
You've also made guest appearances on, the Ukraine thrash metal band Zombie Attack's record,
Yes, Zombie Attack.
Bonded by Beer.
We are very good friends of them, and I recorded some backing vocals in their record. Bonded by Beer. Yes.
Through the years. You guys dealt with Inferno Records, bunch of
Yes,
record labels.
we have
Like,
a
for
lot of
you, what have
labels.
you learned through your time?
I hope we find a good feeling label. No, for the moment, uh, it's the best feeling I had with Holter Records from Germany with George. So I hope to continue. And I also have a challenge, myself challenge. I asked him if I can release one album per year. I want to do one album, Violentor every year release one album, and why not? Let's see. I really want to make a lot of music. In my goal is make more music with my band. I would like really to work hard with my band. Already doing, but more. You know, it's the
Now, is it
fever of the
hard
stage.
is it hard being on the road so much and working, as the business side of it that you don't get to write as much music as you'd like for Violentor?
Yes, it's a lot of job, but when you do your job, is your passion. You are always in holidays, always at work, but always in holidays. Not like I like my life right now because of my job. Uh, I think it saved me. No, like it's if I do this, I'm feeling good. When I will not anymore, I will stop.
Band that you guys has made a friendship with, that you've toured with?
Oh, we Nervo Chaos. We are very good friends with Edu Elaine. We tour many times with them. We also have a record because Nervo Chaos last tour in Europe, they play like 70 shows in a row where I book and organize everything now with Edu and drive all the tour over 30,000 kilometers. And I play also 35 shows with Violentor support. No? And so it was massive, epic stuff. So yes, I can say Nervo Chaos. And then, okay, we have Italian local band friends like Nido di Vespe. They play hardcore. Uh, Devastator now they are split, but okay, are friends and Sabotage. Sabotage, we have very good friendship because also the drummer was the owner of our clubhouse in Florence. When we have the club, we organize shows in Florence, like promoted. No, just use like headquarter, and it's a very big story also, no, around that venues in Florence that was closed before of the COVID. Mm.
And you speak of Florence, on that, I do wanna mention on that 2024 record you guys did, Burnin' Metal,
Yes,
you guys had a track called, I think it was called Chi-Chi, which was acoustic track, which
yes,
is about the monster of Florence, was a guy who used to kill
yes.
people from, like,
This is
68 to 85.
a song, sarcastic song, because in Toscana, the area where I live, we joke on everything, also on the disgrace. And so it was a funny filastrocca, like I don't know in English. Okay, uh, folklore song, no? That is very talk about what he does, what he did to the victim, no, to the woman, no, cut the pubis, cut the teeth, and collect in house, no, in formalina, in other substance, no, everything. So it's very disturbance lyric about this. It's better you don't understand or you exchange me like a misogynist. But I'm not that I speak, but he's the monster of Florence, no? And he was a serial killer. So, of course, it was misogyny. I don't want to
Yeah,
worship him, of course. just make funny, create some funny, make a metal, not create some atmosphere. I think Burning Metal is the best album uh, for putting the atmosphere in the concept of the lyrics and stuff.
Well, yeah, because you guys also have, which we're gonna close out with tonight, you guys have, "Night of the Werewolf," which is actually like an anti-pedophile song.
Yes, yes, the Night of the Warfare is, of course, is a pedophile song, but this actually the lyrics is now I don't remember the name of the. It's not my lyric. I will tell you. I forgot. It's some from early 90, at the start of the century. Uh, I don't know what is the meaning, but yes, we wanted to do this about pedophile. We have also guest Nezo from Bombarder from Serbia, Bosnia, Yugoslavia. Say this, no, because Bombarder was a band from Yugoslavia from the 80s. The final part is uh, Nezo singing.
And you mentioned the mentors earlier to also. I have to ask you, how did you get involved with, the mentors? Because what,
Uh,
2023, you hooked up with
me-
them?
Mentors, Dr. Ethan Scam is sing the ballad of Manifesto di Odio. That Manifesto di Odio is very serious and, you know, concept, politic concept. And the song with Dr. Ethan Scam broken the serious of the part of the record because it's a funny song, mentor style, talk about girls. And I start, I think, in 2009 to work with mentors to booking and driving them here in Europe. And then in the last tour, I joined the lineup also with Maurizio from Fingernails. There's another band that you should interview because this is the legendary story of Italian metal, and he's still active. We play guitars with us with Menta. So it was a crazy lineup with three Italians.
W Well, you guys did what? You guys did 6 dates in UK, you guys did the Baltic tour, but you guys did Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania.
Finland, Baltic countries, Germany, Holland, Belgium, France. I told you it was a great long tour, 60 shows. It was split into legs. The second leg there was a 30 shows between January and February. So the middle of winter we were in Scandinavia with the snow minus 20 with the frozen road. It was funny, very good.
And and with Violentor, what do you guys, I know you guys put out a live album in 2025,
Yes,
but what do you guys
now
have going on now?
we release a new album at the end of the year for Christmas. Like always, we give our anti-Christmas gift to the metal scene. I stay home October, November, December, 3 months just to set in the stage, the studio recording, and then we release. And in January we start the South America tour. Yeah, we stay 3 months in South America.
Do you have a title for the record, or you haven't announced it yet?
No, we didn't announce any, just talking like between us that we release, but there is no official statement or release of the record. There is rock is starting to work on the cover, and then in October I start to work on the music. In December we release, and we go in South America with some merch, and then we do tour here in Europe in July, June, July, and we support a killer band that I want to say, but we will see soon. I don't want to announce anything before it's not official, but we support uh, big band, big legend,
Nice.
and next year working a lot on driving, managing Diocletian, Anal Vomit. We have a lot of bands right now, new bands that want to join our team. No? and make things together. Uh,
And what is the
yes.
what is the message of Violentor?
But Violentor, there's not really a message. It's all the time I record my state uh, of my age, my rebellions, my rage, uh, and I don't know. Speak. We are we are a punk band. At the end, we play metal, but with lyrics that are very close to punk, old school punk. No, hate everyone, almost. And no, what is we don't like in this world and other words.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna play one more song from you, then I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions, and we're gonna let you get out of here because I know you're at a venue right now, so our sound quality is kind of rough and stuff like that. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
play.
no, actually, I'm outside parking. It's okay because the show will start in 20 minutes.
So I'm gonna play Violentor-Butcher, the Holy Swine off their
Okay.
Putrid Stench
This
record.
this lyrics it was written by Ronnie Ripper from Turbocharge and Ex Gehenna, of course.
Nice.
Ro-
And you
Ron,
managed Turbocharged, right? You've done tour managing for them, I believe.
yes, I did 2 tours with them. We play many shows together. We are very good friends. Uh, yes, I forgot to mention before, but yes, Turbocharger are also another band. We are very good friends. But I told you, we are a lot of friends because 20 years on the road, we basically know everybody.
Well, I did want to mention for that Putrid Stench record. I remember you guys did a video for that, right? And you used the movie clips from 1980s Maniac.
Yes, this is taken from because also Putri Stench is a lot of Italian serial killer because our lyrics are yes anti-society, hatred, and anti-religions, but also we are talking about Italian serial killer.
Nice.
Fascination of the macabre.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna play Butcher the Holy Swine from the Putrid Stench record, and then we're gonna come back and talk a little bit more with Alessio, and then we're gonna let him get out of here because he has a show to manage. And this is
Butcher on
Violentor with
swine,
Butcher the Holy
celebrate
Swine. We'll be back on the
Satan.
Tampa Morgue with Alessio after this.
Mental healers and all the script, Russian fiction.
And that was Butcher the Holy Swine from Violentor off the Putrid Stench record that came out on Inferno Records. Yeah, man, and, I gotta say, dude, like, I was totally Violentor's kinda new on my radar, like, I had met you at the show, talked to you a little bit, you gave me the Burn In Metal CD, actually. Talked to you for a little bit, man, and actually, it was kind of funny, like I said, we were talking, and you're talking about playing the Brass Mug in Tampa at Swarm Fest. I was like, "Holy shit, we played with you guys," and you mentioned Peter, I'll tell you a funny story. So, the night of your guys' performance, the promoter, Nick Goodyear, I don't know if you remember Nick, he's the one that put on the show. Hobbs was so great, man, Peter. He was, like, offering to help them clean up the bar afterwards, like, what and they always
Yeah,
so when
I
someone brings
remember
up
that time. Yes. Ah, that was another epic time. Yes.
yeah,
He
he's
start,
offering
he
to help
start to clean
sweep and
the
stuff
he
like that.
start to clean the desk of the bar, and everybody say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah, man, this is
Yes.
education.
They talk
No,
about that
it was
still. When I
nothing.
talk to Nick, he still
Not
talks
not
about that.
nothing strange, because Peter at the end. I don't want to say Americans are not educated, but Peter was a European guy, so gentleman.
Now, did you like America personally when you went
Yeah,
there?
yeah, yes, of course. I love it, Americans. No, almost the most crazy people I know are from USA, and different states, different parts also because are also South Americans that live in the states. Like yeah, funny story also in USA. We have good experience. We play like 30 shows that time. And the year after, I told you, we tried to enter without visas, and the police pick up in jail. So it was very, very strong. I have to return to America to take my revenge. I want to play 90 shows in a row.
You guys do I saw what, 2022 to 2024, you guys did, like, 30 countries and 4 nations. You guys did those 36 dates with Nervo Chaos.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Last year we
you're a
played
road
50
guy,
shows.
you're a road
We
dog,
always
you're always on the
play. We
road.
have. Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because with my job,
Here comes the sirens.
at the end, the Violentor are the part of my job. No, at the end, we see if we destroy any cars on the road, it's good. I show you because my car is full of, you see, this is broken.
Oh,
I show another. What look. This is yesterday night.
oh, he's got
I eat
the
in
lights
a
are busted out of
pipeline,
there.
gas pipeline yesterday night. But it was just I broke my van only. It's okay.
We let you
It's
go, man. I am
crazy
gonna
job
ask you, what are
on
some of
the
your
road.
favorite
Always
festivals you've
something happen. I'm always in trouble, man.
That's right, and what are some favorite festivals that you've been part of?
We play bad. The biggest one was a Rockstad in Romania. It was crazy, but we play a lot of underground festival, like All Grey Fest many times in Romania also, and then Running Free Festival in Bulgaria, Thrash Nightmare Festival in Czech Republic, and in France we play Anthems of Steel. Uh, who others? Winter Rising Festival. Uh, so many shows, man. But what missing us are the biggest festival because we are still a small band. We pay the price. I say this: we pay the price of the coherence because we never change in 20 years. So we are, we can. It's very difficult. I think if we play, it's because the promoter asked us because of us, like no. Okay, Violentor are around, pick up on board, not because of our music or because of our no followers that we don't have. I mean,
I was talking to you maybe 2 weeks ago, and we were saying that, like, that the, self-titled record from 2011, that's not even out on vinyl, which is crazy to me because that's a great
yeah,
record.
yes, not all the records. For example, the first two records never released in vinyl, and also Burning Metal, we decided to not release in vinyl because it cost a lot, and we need money for gasoline.
Yeah.
So first we sell the merch, then we have. Then if we need to release some extra merch, and we have the fund release, because it's like this. No, if you have to release what you sell. If you don't sell, why then what you do with your record?
Definitely, man. No, so and Alessio, I want to thank you. I know we had like rough sound, rough audio quality on this, man, but I appreciate you coming out. And when you're back, I think you're going to be in Lithuania. I don't know if you're doing the tour or not. I think you're tour managing a tour that's coming through here next month.
No, I
Um,
don't. I will not follow the band. But yes, they will play. Azagod from Italy is a technical death thrash band, and they will play Baltic show. But they will travel without me. Not all the tours I travel. No, of course I cannot travel all the tours. Uh, just some tours they travel alone with no tour manager. Some tours needed a tour manager. It depends. Oh, how many people are on the road, and some bands they do it themselves. No, they can drive and they can manage it by themselves.
hey, man. Well, if you're back in the area, let me know, and we'll definitely get together.
Sure,
And
sure. For
man, like I
sure.
said, I
And
appreciate you doing this. I know it's hard when you're on the road. I know, like I said, the quality of the sound quality is pretty rough, but man, we appreciate you coming on. Is there anything else like what do you got? You got a couple more shows left, and you go heading home for holidays, right?
no, now I have like till 18, 18 of August shows. And then yes, then I go 2 weeks in holiday. Then I start another tour with Persecution from Australia. They celebrate 40 years. Oh, they have one demo, 89, and last album last year. So, old band, but is Australian metal scene family. Also ex-members of X-Hobbs Angel of Death. So it would be very nice.
Yes, man. Well, dude, we'll definitely have you back on, man, and I appreciate you coming on. And is there anything else that anybody who wants to find anything Violentor related, where can they go to?
To find us in our Bandcamp, of course, Instagram, my profile. I'm not very technologic, not very professional, but
Yeah, I think your
who,
Bandcamp's sold out, by the way. I
who
was
look
checking out your
for us,
merch. It's
he can
still
find us
gone.
somewhere. I thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you for the support. And I want to say also to the Tampa, Florida scene. I really looking forward to come there and play again in the States. We need to play in the States. So you have to change your law. You have to change your law for us, for bands. Bands, it's the same here in Europe. When police stop me, I say, "Why you don't change the law? We are bands. We are culture spreading. So we need our law. There is no law."
Yeah, and that was something I didn't ask you that I should have. Were you a Florida death metal fan growing up at all? Any of the Florida bands?
Can
Were you
you?
into like Deicide or Morbid Angel and stuff like that growing up?
Ah, yes, yes, of course, the classics. No, DSI, Morbid Angel, Malevolent Creation, Demolition Hammer, who others? Solstice also, and Atheist. I think are from Tampa too.
That Atheist? Yep.
So there are many.
Yep.
Obituary. Do you want I sit? I tell you a lot. You have many, man. Tampa, Florida,
Yes.
roots, death metal. Yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming on here. We're gonna say goodbye to you in one moment. Everybody else, we're gonna play Night of the Werewolves from Violentor from the Born in Metal record
Thank you.
off on
Thank you for
Folger
support.
Records in 2024. Anything you want to say on the way out, Alessio?
Thank you very much, man. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah. This is Violentor with Night of the Werewolves from the Born in Metal record on Folger Records 2024. And we'll be back with me and Ed after this track from Violentor.
Behold the black and like in front of all the second sun, and that's before the color hood. Six to light the webs of run. We want
That was Violentor with Night of the Werewolf from Burn in Metal on Folter Records from 2024. And we want to thank Alessio for hanging out. Ed, it was, the volume was pretty rough on that one, man, but we were having some trouble because he's at the venue right now. So it was definitely an audio issue. The venue, too.
Yeah, he's setting up for a show. He's the tour manager. And if he's anything like Derek, that was our tour manager in Europe, that dude's doing merch. He's doing the setup. He's making sure the crew's running. It's an all-day event for that guy. He's on from start to finish. He came on. He kept his word. I give him all the credit, man.
He was having trouble hearing us, too. We definitely appreciate him coming on. So that's how it goes. Episode 102. We actually had, we didn't really talk about at the beginning of the show. Things got kind of mixed up. We were supposed to have Disaster on, Infernal from Disaster this week. He'll be on next week, which he's awesome, man. He's totally, going out of his way to do this for us. And it's just sometimes the schedules get changed around. And I had talked to Alessio, like I said, at the gig here in Lithuania when he was tour managing for Anal Vomit. And, we wanted to get him on the show. So we made it happen. Next time he's in town, man, I'll try to get him in person where the audio will be better, maybe. But I know, Ed, how's everything? What else? We got anything else tonight, or are we just gonna call it an event?
Yeah, I think sometimes you got to cut and run, and this might be one of them. Just
Yeah,
because
because we'll be back before you know it, and we wanted to get a show up this week. Like I said, we had some scheduling changes, so we're kind of doing this all last minute and stuff.
almost
But
got an Ed and Tony show.
yeah, it was almost a solo show this week.
Yeah, so worked out.
We're gonna have Alessio on next week. We're gonna run it, but we're gonna run it this week. So, but yeah, Ed, I don't have anything else, man. It's I say we get 102 done, and then we'll have Disaster on next week, and then we have Death Hammer on, and then we still got other stuff we're working on too. We're all booked up. But unless you have anything else, I don't really have much tonight besides what
I'm good. I'm good. Hopefully, everybody enjoys the episode because
and again,
there was
like
a
I
lot
said,
of information. There was a lot of information.
Just different way that we usually do it a little different, but we kind of realized when we started recording that there was going to be some volume problems. He was having trouble hearing us. And, so we had to, we changed up the interview a little bit, and that's what you get. We appreciate the feedback. I've started seeing some reviews, and it's really cool stuff people are saying about the show and stuff. We, we always say, man, we really appreciate, we're not influencers. We're not YouTubers. We're not anything. We're just two dudes who've been in bands our whole life and done a bunch of other stuff, music related. We do this podcast, just because we love music, and we kind of try to give a little bit of a history lesson, so Ed, anything on your end?
Yep. If, everywhere, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, anywhere there's podcasts, that's where we're at. YouTube, no video, to old school, thetampamorgue@gmail.com for correspondence. Of course, check out our Instagram. We're always updating that. We do have Facebook, but who cares? And yeah, that's pretty much all the details that everybody needs to find us. And if you want to support the channel, man, find some way to, we'll run ads for you. We're not doing any.
Yeah, we've had people ask about that. We should definitely,
we don't
do that.
We don't beg for free money like Twitch or none of that stuff. That would be awesome, but we'll run an ad for your company when we'll blow you up. I just personally had a chiropractor visit, and I'm going to the next show we do, I'm going to pimp out that place because it was literally one of the best experiences I had. And to me, if you have a good experience somewhere, you should share it, because somebody who can, you need whatever it is, whether it's car fixing, air conditioning, doesn't matter, anything, band, whatever, music. If you need it, it should be a way to get it out there.
Just do whatever
Yeah. So that's it.
That's it, everybody. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next week. We'll have Infernal from Disaster on. And thanks for listening. Peace.
See ya.
This is King Fally from Deceased, and you just listened to another episode of the Tampa Morgue. Tune in next week and stay fucking dead.